And then I think what I need to do is the Division Fantera. Let me change to that so I can see which are upgraded and which aren't. They get the wings when they're upgraded. We got the skulls. Are we the bad guys? Yes. Yes, you are. And we can make one of you into Comitatenses. Wasn't I claiming to play as Yucatan at some point? I may do. The problem with the really small nations, though, is you are somewhat limited in what you can actually achieve and do. Cruiser, heavy cruiser, against their entire navy. I hope you guys are just running away. And you're running away as fast as you can. Although their screening is atrocious. They have way too many capital ships. If I had more capital ships, we could do some serious damage. In fact, not even capital ships, if we just had more torpedo boats. Messay's reform plan, done. And the advanced light ship hull, excellent, so we can design a new destroyer. Before we do that, though, we want to select the Army of Sicily, which is another 5% division speed, another 7.5% organization recovery rate. It's awesome. The army of our kingdom should be a fighting force like no other, modern, well-equipped and brave. The pride of the nation shall save its soul. And now we can start upgrading ship stuff. So we got the advanced ship hull. Degaussed hulls gives us mine avoidance. Do we have smoke? We do have smoke. We don't, however, have the upgraded guns. In fact, we're a ways behind in the guns department. And also damage control and fire control. Yeah, there's a lot of naval technology we need to do still. Let's upgrade the light batteries. Is there anything which is built in which needs to be done now? Yes, radar. So we're 105 days away from actually upgrading to those new vessels. Although, would it cost a lot to refit radar? Probably. Spain lost a couple of destroyers. Of course, Spain's in the war. How's their navy doing? Iberian friendship. Ah, with Portugal. And they are down to just 2 ships. No, Spain is not doing well for ships. Portugal? Portugal is a couple. Now, I'd say that we're definitely getting the worst of things in the Mediterranean at the moment. Alpine infantry, they marched in displays but travelled anywhere at a jog for 4-hour stretches with full kit. If you ever need to name another division, name it Division de la Morte. Nationalist France should have some ships. Yeah, they should. I mean, the real naval injection is going to come from Canada and Germany. I mean, these two both have a lot of fleets. I think the problem is that most of the Union of Britain fleet right now is in the Mediterranean, where they've been beating us up. We sank a couple more destroyers. I think we're getting better at finding the destroyers. And also, I think the Union of Britain just has better admirals. We're pushing up through France, which is nice. What are you lacking? Heavy tanks. We should have heavy tanks, though. I guess they just haven't arrived yet. Fair enough. More losses, another submarine. Italian Republic's no longer lend-leasing, that's fine. Convoys. Destroyers, but not mine. Oh, wow, they're even in the Adriatic. Yeah, these British submarines are causing me problems. How much time am I spending on repairs? Okay, so most of the repairs are actually done, so we should be able to release a couple more destroyers shortly. Oh, Liberia. I thought Socialist Republic of... Oh, Liberia. It's not Italy. Franz Ritter von Epp has announced that the cowardly Liberian nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming forces of Middle Africa. And we apparently need some more steel, which we're going to get from Germany, not that much. And also some more rubber, which apparently we are not actually getting from Argentina. Thanks, Argentina. Middle Africa. We can actually get that for free. I mean, no convoys. It must be a land route. And we've lost 2 full recon units. At least 3 of the 4 cruisers still exist. It really was just my modern battleship that was sunk. That's very disappointing. 2 destroyers. We lost a cruise. Well, we didn't lose anything. They did. Really need to get our strike fleet working again. But they need better screens. We're at 9 of 12. Once we're back at 12, we can start sending the dreads out once more. Two more to go, then we can get the dreadnought tech. Oh, hold on, the marches haven't actually been upgraded yet. Whoops. Construction in the marches is going to take forever. No wonder this has taken a while. Well, after that we can start improving the infrastructure once more. Am I using naval air? I don't have the production capacity for any air. Kind of relying on my allies. That was a bunch of submarines we sank. 4 subs for 1 destroyer. Nice. 3 French destroyers. And I lost another cruiser. Why was a cruiser out here? All of my cruisers should be with my dreadnought fleet. It's the heavy cruisers that are my recon escort. And the Netherlands still hasn't fallen. Amsterdam is holding. Are they seriously not capitulated yet? No way. Nope. Huh. Spanish seem to be holding out pretty well against the French. Yeah, they are. I think the French are basically just having to leave so many troops up here against Germany, which is why I was so scared about what Russia could do. But Russia is slowly losing, but I think they are becoming more and more stalematy up there. I mean, this is the nice thing about the war having started earlier, because very often in Kaiserreich the war doesn't start until 41. This one was at the end of 39. So CPM's speed increase mod thing has actually done a good thing. How are we doing? Okay, we're ahead with everything now. Now I'm wondering, do I want to start upgrading these to motorized artillery now? Do they actually have less soft attack? How can I tell that? Would that be in here? No. Be a bit weird if they did, but it's possible. Or else it's just not calculating because of all of my modifiers. So what are you? It's not going to show me. Fuel usage goes up, production cost goes up, supply usage goes up, fuel capacity and reliability goes up. Soft attack does indeed go down. We also get worse at fighting in jungles. At the moment, I don't think it's worth it. Let's save the points for when we get the heavy tanks so we can upgrade them. Just mass produce really, really heavily armoured heavy tanks. Aren't the heavy tanks counterproductive if you change to motorized? Speaking of the max speed of the heavy tank. Heavy tanks at maximum level is 8 kilometers, which is the same as a level 1 mechanized. So no, they're still going to be faster than infantry, and the reason I'm going mechanized is for the hardness, it's not for the speed. But you're not wrong. Basically, it's a difference of 4 kilometers. They'll be moving at the speed of the heavies. So early on, yes, it's pointless. Later on, no, it's not. This does mean that I don't need to produce as much motorized, which is definitely a bonus. So I can invest in mechanized later instead. And we have another thing that we can do. That's going to be the Cantieri del Mediterraneo, which is going to be another bonus to my dreadnoughts. So now I've got both of the dreadnought modifiers. Armor, anti-air, surface visibility, light attack, heavy attack, maximum range. So now when I get my last 2 dockyards and finally get the dreadnought tech, my dreadnoughts are going to be painful. Except for the fact that I still need to be churning out destroyers. Like, I think I just need to continue building more and more and more naval dockyards. May well need to flip some of these military factories into dockyards. Improved computing machines. That's technology. Let's get some more decoding, because decryption is awesome. And now we can get the Anfa expansion effort, which means that armor production is faster. Economic incentives and legal protections must be put into place to ensure our tank manufacturing doesn't stay behind that of our foul foes. So we can build those heavies 5% faster. Yes, I am waiting for heavy tanks. 21. Seeing as we have such a surplus of everything else, I think I am going to risk toning these guys down so that we can get more heavies in development. And that's going to require a lot more chromium, which we shall purchase from South Africa. Now, we'll put the artillery. No, we'll keep you in that order. Motorized support can go at the bottom. Let's put this motorized at the bottom. They're the least important to my unit models at the moment. Still a couple of things in repair. 2 dreadnoughts and 2 heavy cruisers. So my entire fleet pretty much is currently docked. So if they wanted to naval invade us, now would be their opportunity. I think we are ready for another unit of Comitatenses. Slowly but surely be upgrading our forces to use those. Don't I need military factories to build tanks and stuff for the army? Yeah. But my main responsibility here right now is the navy. Because without a navy, I don't get any resources and we start hemorrhaging convoys like that. So much so that I'm very tempted to just put all of my destroyers instead of recon fleets into the escort protection. I think that might actually be a good idea. You can split off. So long as we have escorts out and about protecting my convoys, it's fine. The thing is, I don't want to be wasting naval capacity building more convoys. I'd much rather be building destroyers, because destroyers have a chance of sinking enemy shipping too. You know what? I'm not going to let you into the Adriatic. Convoys, that is. Regular ships can. We're apparently losing a lot down here. Yes, they have a lot of superiority there. Okay. In which case, you no longer need to go here, but you do need to patrol here as well. And we have our 2 submarines still remaining in action, trying to do some submarine warfare. Ah! Concealment expert, minus 20% visibility. I think that could be useful for you. And smokescreen or torpedo reveal chance screen penetration. That's a difficult decision. Let's go with the Silent Hunter and cooldown so you can shoot more often. Didn't realise that you guys were ready for some promotions, but apparently you were. You still have a ways to go. I'm pretty sure you do too. Yep. You, however, might be ready. There we go. Blockade runner. Destroyer leader. Here we go. Visibility damage, torpedo hit chance goes up. Hunter killer, submarine attack and detection up. Torpedo cooldown or torpedo screen penetration? You're going to get Lancer. Yeah. So my destroyers are now really good at hunting down capital ships and stuff. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I could totally block this because I can use Suez. You're not wrong. You're not at all wrong. Oops. Now you should all be going through Reggio. Right? No. Well, at this point I can open up the Adriatic. Then you can use the Adriatic. Oh, it was going into Reggio. No, it's not. That's fine. And then you don't need to do those. You do need to do those. And that should give you much better protection qualities if and when you're out and about again. 84% protection. There we go. Very good suggestion. Thank you. So we are still going to be struggling anything going into Casablanca. Why am I sending stuff to Casablanca? I don't know. Or Portugal. Oh, these might be people buying from me. We do have free trade on after all. Okay, so we have finished Anfa. Motorized construction would be nice. We do still need to continue our production bonuses from the naval side. But right now, I think I want the Sicilian automotive industry and the mechanized offensive. The key to modern warfare is to move faster than the enemies to outmaneuver them. Thankfully, many automotive leaders were pushed off the Syndicus lands and can lend us a hand in reclaiming occupied territory. And we have a research slot available, which was field hospital upgrade. Cool. Now I really want to start upgrading my destroyers. So we're going to give you better guns. And we have enough dockyards. I'm lacking command power, right? Yes. Bandit and Seamen, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. And yes, I should definitely get some auxiliary units in training. You're not wrong. I just didn't want to use up too much manpower. Let's go down to maybe 150 or so. That should do. Oh, these are actually some really beefy militia. I don't think you need to be that big. I was talking like this size. Maybe with engineers. And we have some spare production capacity because we've built all of the convoys that we were trying to build. I think I would like to get some more Requin classes being built, please. Which is going to require a bunch more steel. This is acceptable. Not quite that much. There we go. Dragon Slayer, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I'm getting invaded. So I am. Okay. Actually, it looks like the Germans are going to go and do it for me. As long as you take Livorno, then they're out of supply. Mechanized offensive, done. Now we want to do shock and awe, because I'm not doing any air stuff, so we're going to go down this line. And I'm going to continue investing in this. No, the landing troops here. Right, half of you assist here. Just take Livorno. They're stuck here, it's fine. Boom. Now these guys will never recover, as long as we keep them away from any other ports. Why are you not fighting? Hey? They were clearly moving, the arrow was. Okay, now we're fighting, but we've let them recover a bunch of organization. That's irritating. How many ships do you start off with? Like 5 dreadnoughts, 20-something destroyers, 5 cruisers, 5 heavy cruisers, 10 light cruisers, 1 battleship, something like that. Do I play this game more often? Yes. And you can find loads of it on YouTube, as Shadowhawk has said. I've done many series of this game. Alright, you're taking that, that's good. Nope, stay here. Right, I'm going to detach you from your orders so you don't try and do your own things. And we're going to have you just wrapping up behind. Hopefully you will do something to stop them, that would be nice. Questions are never stupid, Dragon Slayer. If you don't know the answer to something, ask it. Kingdom of Burma has joined the Reichspakt. Okay, that's good. And that's the level of radar that I required. So we're... No, we're not. We're going to get more Navy stuff going. I would like to have better torpedo launchers. And we are now going to design the new destroyer. So Requins are obsolete, so we're going to build 1 more of those, seeing as they've already started construction. And then we are going to upgrade the advanced lightship design, which is using the best torpedoes, level 4 engine, level 2 sonar, radar for the first time, AA. I need to research better AA. And an anti-sub depth charge too. I might even get another depth charge. Nah, I'm not going to. If you find submarines, you should be able to sink them. The problem is finding them. Sub-detection's still only 7.5, which is not great. You guys are extremely fast. 42 kilometers per hour. That should keep you well ahead of any enemies. Alright, so the next class of destroyer is going to be the Poznik class. And this is a remarkably cheap Destroyer class, in fact. Did not cost a lot to upgrade. Take those off. Is there anything else you want? Possibly more AA, but we haven't really had problems with aircraft. Definitely want to upgrade your radar in time. You know what? I'm going to add one more depth charge. And that'll do. So this is the Posnick class, really built for killing submarines and capital ships. Really good surface detection, so they're going to be excellent at recon. And then we are going to build some of these. 1, 2, 3. Basically to replace the Requin class after those are done. We'll just build a bunch of them. Okay, good. Almost certainly we'll need to have more steel imported, but we can do that. What's the advantage of mines anti-convoy? They're more of an area denial, so you can plonk down a bunch of mines to stop someone getting to certain areas. I'll be honest, I haven't really used them, it's just not my style, but they probably are quite useful. Like as Germany, for example, if you wanted to keep the Allies out of the Eastern North Sea, or possibly even the Baltic, you could just mine it. I mean, historically this was really heavily mined. But I prefer to actually have ships out. And if you're attaching mine layers to your ship modules, then they're not doing as much, like, regular damage. Okay. Wanted to make sure you couldn't escape. Cheeky, cheeky. Right, how are we doing for heavy tanks? We have sufficient. Let's upgrade another unit. Ah, what am I doing? I'm trying to click on you. Upgrade Comitatensis. These guys are stuck well and truly inland, which is nice. We are definitely going to need to get these guys out as soon as possible. Is the Pope at war? No. This is not Battle Pope, he is Peaceful Pope. Are we getting any more ships out? Yes, the strike fleet is once again ready for duty. What I think I want to do, though, is increase the number of destroyers in these units. Your destroyers. There we go. You want one more. And you want one more. Actually, no, it is 3. I'm still going to go with 1. We've actually been really good at protecting the armoured cruisers. If you've lost your cruiser, I'm not building any more. In which case, yes, you want to go to 4. You still have your cruiser, so you're still on a 3. You still have your cruiser, so you're still on a 3. In fact, you just need destroyers. And the new destroyers have been joining this. Have you been sailing? Yes. You are sailing right now, in fact.